My beloved children, I, Jesus, have come to speak directly to your heart, so subscribe to the channel and listen to what I have to say for at least 2 minutes. Let's begin. You have looked around and seen only silence, and in that silence, your heart began to wonder if I had left you. But I tell you, I have never taken a single step away from your side. Even when the weight of the world collapses upon your shoulders and no one seems to notice your pain, I am there. I see the burdens you carry. Silently, the tears you hold back so others don't worry, the nights when you lie awake trying to make sense of the emptiness. I have walked through that darkness with you, closer than your breath, holding your spirit when your body feels too weak to go on. You may not feel me, but I feel everything you do. When everyone else leaves, misunderstands, or forgets you, I remain steady. I do not leave when things get difficult. I do not walk away when you're confused, when your faith falters, or when your voice is too tired to pray. I am the constant presence that remains through every storm and shadow. Others may judge your process, your grief, your journey, but I never will. My love is not shaken by your questions or your fears. I stay beside you when no one else understands what you're going through. You are never as alone as you believe, even in the loneliest corners of your soul. In your darkest moments, I do not look away. I move closer. When you cry in silence, I collect every tear. When your heart feels broken beyond repair, I am not disappointed. I am near. You do not have to impress me with strength or hide your despair. I came not for those who have it all figured out, but for those who are broken, weary, and at the edge of giving up. The cracks in your heart are not signs of failure to me. They are entry points for my healing presence. I step into your weakness, not to shame you, but to carry you with tenderness and grace. I have seen what you've endured, the losses, the betrayals, the crushing disappointments. I know how many times you've smiled while silently falling apart. I understand how it feels to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. You have walked through fire, and I walked through it with you. You have been misunderstood, and I stood by as your defender. You have faced rejection, and I embraced you more tightly in those moments. Nothing you have faced has escaped my attention. I have been present in every detail, even when you couldn't see me through the tears. Even when you have felt abandoned by me, I was holding you closer than ever. Your pain does not drive me away, it pulls me in. I know the ache of feeling forgotten, of praying and hearing no answer, of hoping and being met with silence. But silence is never the absence of my care. In those moments, I am working beneath the surface, laying foundations you can't yet see. I do not always move in the way you expect, but I am always moving in love for you. My ways may seem hidden for a time, but my heart is always exposed. You are loved. You are not alone in your suffering, for I carry it with you. There is no emotion too intense, no sorrow too deep, no chaos too loud for me to enter. When you collapse in exhaustion, I lift you up. When the voices in your mind whisper lies about your worth, I speak truth over your identity. When you doubt whether you can take another step, I walk beside you with strength and patience. I do not need you to be strong for me to stay. I am with you in your weakness, your failures, your confusion, your silence. I am not afraid of your humanity. Do not measure my nearness by your emotions, for they often lie. Feelings come and go like waves, but I am the shoreline that never moves. When your heart is numb, when your prayers feel hollow, when your strength has faded, I am still faithfully present. I do not require you to feel me to be with you. I remain whether you notice me or not. My love is not proven by goosebumps or signs. It is proven by my unshakable presence in every breath you take. I am near, even when your soul feels far away from everything. There is no mistake or failure that can disqualify you from my companionship. Your doubts don't drive me away. Your broken promises don't make me give up on you. I am not afraid of your mess or your questions. I came not to be impressed, but to walk with you, to lift you, to transform your pain into something beautiful. You may feel too far gone, too tired, too wounded, but I say you are exactly where I can meet you. You never have to pretend with me. I know every layer of your being, and I still choose to stay. Even when you gave up on yourself, I never did. You may look at your life and see only failure, distance, or delay, but I see growth, courage, and perseverance. I see someone who has endured far more than others know and still stands. I see someone who has questioned me but hasn't let go completely. I see someone I love, someone worth staying with, someone who has more purpose than they can yet understand. You may be in a valley, but I am with you, guiding your every step, whispering truth into the silence. I will never walk away from you, not in darkness, not in doubt, not in weakness. My commitment to you is eternal. I am not watching from a distance. I am walking within your pain. I am writing a story where your suffering is not the end, where your nights give way to dawn, and where you are never abandoned, not for a moment. You are seen, known, and treasured. Hold on, even if by a thread, for I am the one holding you when you can no longer hold yourself. I will not let you go. I have seen the wounds you carry, the ones no one else notices, the ones hidden behind your smile. They do not scare me, and they do not drive me away. Your pain, your silent battles, your heavy heart, I see them all with compassion, never with condemnation. My love is not reserved only for the moments when you feel whole or strong. It flows most powerfully into the deepest cracks of your soul. Even when you feel too broken to be healed, my love surrounds you like a gentle tide, washing over every invisible wound. I do not turn away from your mess. I kneel beside you in it. There are wounds the world overlooks, traumas buried beneath years of silence, rejection that echoes long after words are spoken, shame that was never yours to carry. These are the wounds I touch with care. I know how long you've carried pain that others dismissed. I know how memories still rise like shadows uninvited, haunting your peace. But nothing is hidden from me. My love reaches into those unseen places, into the fears you don't speak, the guilt you try to silence, the emptiness you pretend doesn't exist. I am not distant. I am the one who places my hand on the ache you've hidden for so long. You were never meant to walk through life pretending you are unhurt. You don't need to perform strength to be worthy of my love. I am not impressed by masks or perfection. I draw near to the raw and the real. Your heart, bruised and fragile, is sacred to me. Let me show you what it means to be fully seen and still deeply loved. Let me remind you that nothing you carry is too ugly, too shameful, or too damaged to bring into the light. I have never been afraid of your truth. I meet you where you are, not where others expect you to be. Many of your wounds were not caused by your actions, but by the failures of others. I saw when you were mistreated, unheard, ignored, misunderstood. I saw when your trust was broken, when your spirit was crushed, when you were made to feel small. My love does not overlook these moments. It surrounds them with tenderness. I did not cause your pain, but I have come to heal it. I carry no blame, only healing. You are not alone in your recovery. I walk with you through each layer of healing, not rushing you, not shaming you, just holding you close. Let me be the one who teaches you what real love feels like, not love that controls, or judges or abandons when you need it most, but love that stays, that listens, that holds you when you weep, and believes in you when you no longer believe in yourself. My love has no expiration, no condition, no demand that you be perfect. It enters every scarred place without fear. It lingers where others walk away. It fights for you when you are too tired to fight. I am not distant. I am present in every ache, every prayer, every silent cry you release into the night. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means being free from the chains those wounds once held, and that freedom begins not with effort, but with surrender. I do not ask you to fix yourself. I invite you to rest in me, to let my love do what striving never could. You may not see progress quickly, but I am patient. You may feel like you take one step forward and fall again, but I am steady. You may not understand how healing happens, but my love works in ways deeper than your understanding. Each time you choose to trust me, with your pain, something shifts. There is no timeline for your healing. The world may demand that you move on quickly, that you smile through suffering, that you prove you're okay. But I do not rush your process. I walk beside you at the pace of grace. I sit with you when you can't move. I speak truth over the lies that have lived in you for too long. I remind you that your scars are not signs of failure. They are evidence that you've survived, that you're healing, that you are deeply loved. Your wounds do not disqualify you. They draw me even closer. You do not need to be fully healed to be fully loved by me. I love you in the middle of the process, in the chaos of your thoughts, in the mess of your emotions. My love is not based on your progress. It is your anchor through it. I'm not looking for you to arrive somewhere. I'm staying with you where you are. Even if you can't yet love yourself, even if you still carry shame, I hold you with the same tenderness. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not unlovable. You are mine. Let me speak to the deepest parts of your heart, the parts that still believe you're too much or not enough. You were created with beauty that suffering cannot erase. You are seen in ways no one else has seen you. You are held in a love that cannot be shaken. I am healing wounds you thought would never close. I am breathing life into places you thought were dead. My love does not ask you to earn it. It is already yours. And it is stronger than every lie you've believed. Rest, breathe, weep, heal. I am here for all of it. And when the world forgets, I remember. When the pain returns, I remain. When your strength fails, I carry you. Nothing in you is hidden from me, and nothing in you can push me away. My love is not based on your worthiness, but on my unchanging nature. You are not invisible to me. I am healing you even now in ways you can't yet see. Let my love reach the wounds no one else has noticed. Let me be the one who stays. I have watched you cry in silence, wondering if the pain you carry has any meaning at all. You ask yourself why the tears fall, why the ache won't leave, why the weight in your chest feels endless. But I am not blind to your pain, and I do not let it pass without purpose. The suffering you endure is not wasted. It is shaping you in ways you do not yet understand. What feels like breaking is often the process of being remade. I am not distant from your sorrow. I sit with you in the dark, and I whisper truth into the places where despair tries to grow. I do not cause your pain, but I redeem it. I do not delight in your wounds, but I use them. Every loss you've endured, every betrayal you've faced, every disappointment that crushed your spirit, I gather them all in my hands. Nothing escapes my care. You may feel abandoned, but I have never walked away. In your deepest heartbreak, I was the one holding you, even when you couldn't feel it. I have seen you fall. And I've seen you rise, and each time you rose, I poured strength into your bones, even when you thought you couldn't take another step. Pain teaches what ease never could. It sharpens your soul, deepens your compassion, and prepares your heart for greater things. When your world was shaken, you learned to lean on me. When your strength ran out, you discovered mine. What the world called failure, I used to reveal your true courage. I never let a tear fall without purpose. I turned pain into wisdom, weakness into power, sorrow into testimony. I do not waste the fires you walk through. I use them to refine you into something unshakable. The storms you've endured did not come to destroy you, but to reveal what I've placed inside you. You are stronger than you realize, not because of willpower, but because of my presence within you. You have walked through seasons that tried to crush you, and yet here you are, still breathing, still standing, still hoping. That strength was not born from Comfort, it was forged in the fire. And even when you thought you had nothing left, I was breathing life into your weary spirit, calling you forward, carrying you when you could no longer carry yourself. There is power in your scars. They are not signs of defeat, but of endurance. They show that you have faced what was meant to break you and came through it with a deeper understanding of grace. Your pain gives you a voice to comfort others. Your story carries healing for someone else. Do not hide your scars in shame. They are proof of resurrection. I am turning your story into a testimony. Others will find hope because you dared to walk through the valley and keep trusting me even when the path made no sense. You are not weak because you hurt. You are human, and I walked that same road. I too was misunderstood, rejected, wounded. I know what it means to feel abandoned. I wept, I bled, I suffered. That is why I meet you not from a distance, but as one who has been there. I do not tell you to be strong from a throne far away. I kneel beside you and remind you that my strength is made perfect in your need. You are never alone in your pain. I am the one who walks with you through it, day after day, night after night. Even when you don't understand, I ask you to trust that there is more being written beneath the surface. The weight you carry is heavy, but I carry it with you. You may not see the purpose now, but it will become clear in time. I am using your pain to build a foundation that cannot be shaken. I am preparing you for deeper joy, greater clarity, unshakable peace. When the pain screams that nothing makes sense, I speak softly to your heart. You are growing. You are becoming. I am still working. There is strength being born in you through the struggle. You are learning to see differently, to love deeper, to hold on tighter to what truly matters. This strength does not come from pretending everything is fine. It comes from walking through the fire and discovering that you are not alone. I am shaping your soul to reflect my love, even through tears. The journey is not easy, but it is holy. What others see as brokenness, I see as sacred transformation. The very things you think disqualify you are what I use to prepare you. Your pain gives you authority to speak truth. Your battles give you wisdom to guide others. Your weakness opens space for my power to be revealed. What the world calls a burden, I call a bridge. What you thought would destroy you is the very thing I'm using to raise you. You are being equipped, strengthened, purified, not by ease but by endurance. I am writing beauty into every chapter of your pain. I am not afraid of your suffering. I step into it with you and bring light where darkness tried to live. Keep trusting me even when the reasons are hidden. Keep breathing even when the air feels thin. Keep walking even when the road is rough. You are not walking toward despair. You are walking toward purpose. I am with you through every tear, every ache, every question. Your pain is not the end of the story. I'm still writing, and I will not stop until your heart knows the strength born from suffering and the glory of being healed by my love. I see the storm that surrounds you, and I know how it shakes your heart. The winds howl with voices of doubt, fear, and confusion. The waves rise high with the weight of unanswered questions, unexpected losses, and invisible battles. You wonder if peace is possible when everything feels so uncertain, but I am not outside that storm. I am with you inside it. My peace does not depend on the absence of chaos, but on the presence of my love that steadies you in the center of it. What threatens to drown you cannot touch you while I hold you. The peace I offer is not like the world gives, because the world demands perfect conditions to feel calm. It needs clarity, control, comfort. But my peace exists even when none of those things are present. I place it within you, not around you. You may not be able to calm the waves, but you can rest in my arms above them. You may not be able to control what happens next, but you can trust that I am already in what is to come. My peace does not fade when life turns heavy. It grows stronger when you dare to trust me in the dark. I have watched you carry burdens far too heavy for your shoulders. I've seen you try to be strong for everyone else while feeling like you are crumbling inside. I never asked you to hold it all alone. I've been reaching out, offering rest to your tired soul. Let me into the space where your thoughts scream and your heart trembles. You were not created to survive by your own strength. The peace you long for is found not in solving everything, but in surrendering what you cannot carry anymore. Do not believe that chaos means I am far away. Even in the loudest storms, my whisper still reaches you. Even when the sky turns dark, my light is within you. I am not waiting for your world to be calm to come near. I move closer the moment the storm begins. When you feel overwhelmed, I am not disappointed. I am your shelter. You may lose sight of me, but I never lose sight of you. You may feel like the storm defines you, but I remind you that you belong to me and I am greater than the winds. There are moments when peace will not feel like silence, but like a steady breath in the middle of noise. It is the calm knowing that you are loved even when nothing makes sense. It is the quiet strength that rises in your chest even when the tears do not stop. It is the sacred stillness that tells you you are safe, not because the storm is over, but because I am here. This peace cannot be explained. It must be experienced, and I give it freely to those who ask with open hearts and trembling hands. You may think you must fix everything before you rest, but peace comes before the answers. Let go of the pressure to understand every part of the storm. Trust that I am working behind the scenes, moving pieces into place, preparing things you can't yet see. While you wait, I give you my peace not as a reward for your strength, but as a gift for your surrender. You do not need to perform for my presence. You only need to allow me to sit with you in your fear, and I will wrap you in the calm only I can provide. When your thoughts race and your chest tightens, pause and breathe. I am there in that breath. Each inhale is a reminder that I am still giving you life. Each exhale is an invitation to release what you're holding. Let my peace settle deeper than the noise. Let it anchor you when everything else tries to move you. You were not made to be tossed endlessly by emotion or circumstance. You were made to live grounded in the unshakable truth of my presence. I am your anchor, and I do not drift. Peace is not pretending everything is fine. It's trusting me even when it's not. You don't need to fake smiles or hide your trembling. I already know the battles. Inside you, let me speak peace into the places you hide. Let me reach the thoughts you haven't spoken aloud. There is no part of your heart too messy for me to enter. I bring peace not just to your circumstances, but to your very identity. I remind you who you are when fear tries to erase your name. The storm may still rage, but you will no longer be ruled by it, because my peace gives you the ability to walk on what once drowned you. My presence turns panic into purpose, noise into stillness, fear into faith. You do not need to run from the storm. You need to walk through it with me, and when you feel like you can't walk, I will carry you. Not one moment of this struggle is unseen. I am closer than the storm. I am within you, bringing peace with every step you take. You were never meant to be defined by your storms. You are defined by my love. The wind may shout, the waves may roar, but my peace remains louder in your soul. Trust me to bring rest where there has been restlessness. Trust me to bring clarity where confusion tried to rule. Trust me to bring joy again, even after long nights of sorrow. You are safe in me, not because life is predictable, but because I never fail to be your peace, your guide, your quiet in the storm. I see the moment when you reach the edge of your strength and everything around you feels like a wall. You've searched for options, fought to make sense of what surrounds you, but every door seems closed, every answer seems distant. I know how it feels to stare at your life and see no escape, no solution, no way forward. But what you see as the end, I see as the beginning of something only I can build. You are not trapped. I am already crafting the unseen path that leads to freedom. Even when it seems invisible, I am making a way. You were never meant to figure everything out by yourself. That pressure you feel, to always know what comes next, to always take the right step, is not from me. I didn't call you to control your path. I called you to walk with me through it. When the road vanishes under your feet, it doesn't mean I've left you. It means I'm inviting you to trust me deeper than before, to believe not in what you see, but in who I am. I am the way, and I never lead you to dead ends without purpose. There are places I take you where logic will not sustain you. Your mind may scream that it's impossible, your fears may echo louder than your faith, but my plans are not limited by what humans call possible. I create rivers. In deserts, I lift valleys and flatten mountains. I do not need an open door to act. I create new ones where none exist. What looks like delay is often my preparation. While you wait, I shape the way. You may think nothing is changing, but beneath the surface, I am already building the future you cannot yet imagine. You have cried in secret, thinking I was silent, but I have heard every word. Not one tear has gone unnoticed. I do not ignore your pain or dismiss your confusion. I hold space for your sorrow, and I meet you in the place where hope feels lost. When you whisper that you can't take another step, I am already at your side, lifting you with strength not your own. My way may not look like what you expected, but it always leads to more than you dreamed. I never create paths to nowhere. I lead to life. When you feel like giving up, remember that I am not finished writing your story. Your present situation is not the final chapter. I know the ending, and it is filled with light, purpose, and restoration. Don't measure my faithfulness by what you see right now. Measure it by who I've always been. I have never abandoned my own, and I'm not about to start with you. Keep holding on. Where others see a wall, I see an opening. Where others say it's over, I say it's just beginning. My way always makes room for grace. Let go of your timelines, your expectations, your fear of being left behind. You are not late. You are not forgotten. I have you exactly where you need to be for me to reveal what only I can. Trust the process, even when it hurts. Trust the silence, even when it's long. I am never in a hurry, but I am always on time. The delays are not denials. They are divine pauses where I prepare you for what's greater than your current understanding. My way is higher, and it always leads to what is best. You do not need to force open what I've already unlocked. You do not need to push through with panic when I have promised peace. Walk with me, one step at a time. Even when you cannot see the next turn, I'm not asking for perfection, only for surrender. Every time you say, I don't know the way, I remind you that I am the way. You may feel surrounded by impossibilities, but nothing can stop the hand that writes your destiny. I go before you, clearing paths you don't even know you'll need. When others tell you to give up, I whisper, keep going. When your own mind tells you it's pointless, I declare, it's part of the plan. I do not work within your limits. I specialize in doing what others call impossible. I turn prisons into platforms, ruins into restoration, endings into miracles. Do not let fear speak louder than my voice. Listen closely. That still small voice in the depths of your soul is me, calling, guiding, reminding you that you were never meant to walk this alone. I will make a way, not just for escape, but for transformation. The path I create will not simply remove you from pain, it will shape you in power, healing, and purpose. The version of you that emerges will carry wisdom forged in fire and compassion birthed in darkness. Others will see you and say, only God could have done that. And you will know, not just in theory but in experience, that I truly am the God who makes a way when there is no way. What you see as impossible is my invitation to trust me completely. So lift your eyes from the walls and look to me. The way is coming. The path is forming. The breakthrough is closer than you think. I do not leave my children wandering forever. I lead them with intention, precision, and perfect love. Hold my hand, walk with me. The way will be revealed because I never stopped creating it. Even now in the silence, the way is being made. My beloved son and my beloved daughter, you are chosen by me, Jesus Christ, to reign in this world. So I ask that you subscribe to this channel and do not miss any message from my Heavenly Father. Also, leave an amen and a heart in the comments.